Hello everyone, welcome back to the VisionGATE channel. Today we have with us a very special guest, Aditya Gaikwad. He is incredibly talented because in a span of only 8 months, he managed to get an All India rank of 12 in GATE CSE and an All India rank of 96 in GATE DA, both this year. So he's currently a student of final year, just passing out, and he is ready and excited to enter into a college of his choice. So, hi Aditya, many congratulations.
Hello, thank you.
Can you give a little bit of an introduction?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, I'm studying a Bachelor of Engineering, and I'm in fourth year, which is just done, by the way, in computer science. And I always loved computers, which is why it really excites me to pursue this MTech degree and go through this process of GATE, where I learned a lot of awesome subjects about my favorite, branch of science, which is computer science. And yeah, this was a great journey that I had.
Wonderful, wonderful. So, let's talk about your entire journey that you had in the past 8 months, because I'm sure that there'll be a lot of other people as well who'll be starting out right after their third year. And obviously, like you got really amazing ranks rather in both of the papers. So let's get straight to it then. So
Yeah.
you decided, so when did you join VisionGATE then?
Yeah, so I joined VisionGate around the end of May month of 2024.
Okay.
And how I found VisionGate was through my father actually. He was, my father was obsessed with me doing an MTech degree and going through the GATE process. And he was searching online about what are the best coaching classes for that. And he found VisionGate in Thane. And it was just before the 2024 GATE exam. So I remember he took me to the class to introduce to sir, even though he took me in February 2024. So like I knew VisionGate earlier on, and I came there. I talked to sir about what I should do. Should I do GATE or GRE, which is better for me? And I, settled on GATE. But I remember that one detail when my father took me to VisionGate and I didn't know anything about it. And then suddenly I found my friend Anurag Tripathi, who is in my college itself, there. And I realized that he was studying there. And just after a month, he got All India rank 67. So that really inspired me to, pursue this GATE journey. Although I was a bit lazy at first, which is why I didn't join until May. But at May, I decided that the water was above my head, so I should join. And I joined VisionGate, and that is how I found VisionGate. um, then I started in May end, and at first I was casual because I didn't like have any reference points. I didn't have much like excitement about GATE. I was like, okay, I want to pursue MTech, so let's do GATE. And then when I started the GATE preparation, the energy I felt around in VisionGate class, it was really inspiring. I remember there was a session conducted by Vedant Balsubramaniam, who was All India Rank 3 last year. And he was giving us tips, he was helping us out. And seeing him, I thought that, yeah, I should also be something great like this, and I should also like achieve good score in GATE. And I was really inspired that day. And since then on, I was like, yeah, fully into it, kind of. Um,
Wonderful.
yeah.
So that's great then. And then what tipped your scale towards GATE rather than GRE? Like, do you think that that was well aligned with your long-term goals?
Um, yes, I mean, I don't know. I don't know, but I really love staying in India. So I was like, I didn't want to pursue GRE. I don't know why, but yeah, that is just what it is. I want to do something great here and build something, gain the knowledge and put it towards the success of our country. That is why I decided GATE. And also, I loved kind of competition. So yeah, you know,
That's
that
a
is what.
wonderful thought.
Yes.
Wonderful. So let's get into your GATE preparation, like your entire timeline. So you joined us in the month of May,
Yeah.
end of May. So let's just say that June,
Yeah.
from June up to
Yeah.
January, that time. So walk us through the first couple of months. Let's say June to August. What was your area of focus?
Okay. So June to August, first of all, I was focused on learning the syllabus in the first place. And I remember in till July, like 4 to 5 subjects were completed. And in July, I started giving my full length tests. And I think 1st of July, I gave my first full length test. Uh, and yeah, I got 50 marks in it out of 100. So it was quite a confidence booster for me. And I was at that point giving PYQs, not tests, but I was solving PYQs, learning syllabus, and doing FLTs at the same time. So like it was kind of cluttered in my case. Uh,
No, that's not cluttered. I think it's good. You managed to do, in fact, finishing 4 to 5 subjects in a month is no small feat.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think due to that short period of time, my interest didn't lose at any point. I was like very in the flow state, as they say, that the challenge was good. I was solving all of the things. There was no boredom, and that is why I think I progressed well in those times. And till June, July, August, I was getting around 40 to 50 marks in full length tests, and I was finishing my syllabus. So basically, what happened is because I gave tests earlier, even if I haven't finished half of the syllabus, I was getting used to the fact of sitting 3 hours with a focused mind and on a time pressure solving sums, and which helped that part of it. And as I was finishing my syllabus, my marks started increasing. So yeah, that was like my June, July, August, I guess. Yes.
So wonderful. So even though your syllabus was not finished, it didn't deter you from giving full length tests. It made you comfortable with the idea of not knowing a lot of things and still
Yeah.
being able to sit there for 3 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's your June to August. So by August, September, I'm assuming you would have finished the syllabus.
Actually, we finished the syllabus around October.
Okay.
uh, just 1 or 2 subjects were remaining,
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. So while the subjects were getting finished, you were also on your personal end, you were doing all of these tests and
Yes.
okay. So would everybody decide to give the same tests? Like for example, when you would give full length tests, would the whole class give the same test, or were you doing some other things on your own?
um, Actually, I started giving tests because our whole class decided to form a group, and they were scheduling the tests that we were supposed to give every Saturday, Sunday, because we were college students. So every Saturday, Sunday, we decided to give 2 tests, and we used to share after the test our results in the group. And it was like a event, good event, healthy event that we had, and that is how we planned. And mostly I worked through the plan for the first 2 or 3 months of giving FLDs. Then I started giving my own every day as we figure out what test series we prefer and etc. Yeah.
Okay, I see. So what did you do from September through November?
So September to November, I had actually in November my end sem exams were there. So throughout November, I was just focused on revising and keeping everything intact in my brain while I was giving the end semester exam. And in October, actually, I was just focused on solving PYQs and concepts more rather than FLTs at that point, because my syllabus was just getting over and I needed to revise all the subjects that I studied earlier. So I was focused on that. Yeah.
So did you have a revision strategy, or was it primarily based on the tests you were giving at that point of time?
So yeah, it was based on the test that I was giving. The question that I was not able to solve, I used to revise those topics. We had offline and online tutorials of our sir, who used to give us tricky questions, and we used to solve them. And if we don't, then we know what topic to revise. And used to, continuously pick up one subject and revise all the important topics in it. And then you realize, oh, my that topic is weak, so I should work on it. And that is how I revised.
Nice. And finally, how did you do your revision and keeping your mind stable in the last 2 months, December and January?
So December and January, I used to give one FLT every day. I hardly skipped 1 or 2 days in the month. and because of that, most of the revision already happens because we solve all kinds of questions. And then in December, I used to give 3 to 4 topic wise tests per day, and subject 2 to 3 subject wise tests per week. And that is how every subject was getting revised. And in January, I was doing the same thing, but for half of the January. The rest half of the January, I was kind of relaxed and giving light tests and revising all the things that I need and making my mind up for the upcoming event, that is the GATE exams. Yeah.
So, of course, you were still in your fourth year while you were also giving GATE. So, how were you able to manage both? I mean, I'm sure your GATE preparation must have been rigorous, right? On an average, how many hours in a day do you think you were investing for GATE prep?
Uh, okay. So these metrics are different in college time and vacation. So in college time, I don't know the exact amount of hours, but any time that I get free, I would do GATE questions, discuss with my friends. My one friend was in college who was in VisionGATE too, Soham. So any free break time I get, any lab period I get, I used to discuss with him and solve questions. So, and after coming home, of course, full-time study. Then in vacations, uh, I mean, I used to give around 7 to 8 hours, I
Easily.
guess.
Hmm.
Yeah, easily. But I didn't used to like sit like, okay, I'm gonna sit for 4 hours now. I used to do whenever I get time, whenever after eating, before sleeping, I'll do something, I'll solve something, and like do the study throughout the day, basically.
I see. Okay. And I'm sure that during your preparation time, there must have been some days where you got really good results in your test series, some other days where that might not have been the case. So, in
Yeah.
the days where you didn't get your marks as much as you would have expected, how did you handle that? And how did you make sure to keep your morale up after?
So there was a time in around August, September, where uh, I was giving some tests which were on the harder side, and I got like I used to get 40 marks, and I was not progressing. That was my main frustration. And one day when I got 37 marks, which was my lowest, yeah. So uh, I remember me telling sir that I got 37 marks, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And you know, I don't know, but when I get less marks, it really fuels me to work even twice as hard, and it really like I feel like I should get it. Like there is no way I can get better marks than this. So I used to motivate myself in that way. I didn't have that attitude that, oh, what am I gonna do now? Like I got less marks. How will I improve? I was just like, okay, it's time to do sums again.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
You would take it on the offensive to just prove
yeah,
yourself and be like, no, I'm
yeah,
good at this.
yeah, yeah,
So I think you've already mentioned once or twice, but basically your peer group at VisionGate also
yeah.
immensely helped you out. Can you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Peer group was like the most important thing in my journey because I started my class with my friend Soham. I joined with him only. I used to sit with him, ask doubts to him, and we used to kind of have a healthy competition spirit among us. And I remember one day in the start of June when Sir had taught DBMS and he had told us to solve these PYQs. And me and Sam, they were like my first sums that I solved in this GATE journey. I and Sam, we were sitting together and we were like solving sums and getting them right at the first try, and that the thrill that it gave us, we were like we were shaking each other's hands when we solved each sum, and it was like really exciting. And this spirit of solving sums and getting them right and competing with each other really got me through the time because when I stay alone in vacation, I had 2 or 3 days at home. I don't get that much motivation. When I go to class, I see other people around me, and I'm like instantly like boosted and double the performance that I had when I was alone. So peer group is like really important, and especially in VisionGate. I had so many people that knew so much more than me, I was almost 90% of the time the guy who was like looking up to them and asking all of them doubts and how did you do this, how did you do that, and many great minds there, many experienced people, and without it, I don't know if I could have done anything that I did. So yeah, that was the peer group.
Wonderful. So awesome. Then walk us through the day of the GATE exam itself.
Yeah. So the day of gate exam, I thought I would be anxious, but I wasn't anxious at that time at all, because till that point we have built up so much preparation that we kind of build this confidence in us, and we don't have much regrets because we have already done whatever we could have done in that time. And also the day before the exam, our sir was cheering us online, and he was writing these beautiful messages for us, and it didn't even make us feel that we were going on some anxious event, or it is any competitive thing. It is a fun event for me. So that is why on the day I was like very excited, very, you can say I was in the flow state where the challenge is not that hard that it would discourage me, but not that easy that I would get distracted. And it was the perfect, perfect state, I would say. And I also had few of my peers with me on the center, so I was just casually talking to them, and we were relaxed on the day. And yeah.
Awesome. So after you gave the exam, you gave the CS exam. On another day, you would have given the DA exam. Were you
Yeah.
expecting the ranks that you got?
Uh, for the DA exam, I didn't at all expect that rank, because honestly, uh, we had 1 month of gap between CS and DA, and I hardly studied one day in that. I gave only one test in those days, and I was focused on college. Uh, but
Do you think
it,
that the intersection with computer science subjects helped
yeah,
you a lot in the
yeah,
DA?
definitely. Like DA, it has a lot of math sums which are overlapping with our CS thing, and it really helps, of course. Yeah.
Wonderful. So finally, Aditya, what have you chosen? IISc or IITB?
Finally, I have chosen IIT Bombay after like months of thinking and deciding and talking to people and discussing this and that. And finally, I came over to the conclusion that IIT Bombay would be suitable for me.
Many, many congratulations. I
Thank
hope
you.
you have as good a time there as I did.
Yes, definitely.
So, at IIT Bombay, what are you most excited to explore? Which pool of subjects?
So I'm excited to explore the systems pool. Actually, I love system engineering, and I'm also, I mean, open to all the intelligent pools and theory pools, and we'll see. But I'm most excited about systems and compilers and stuff. Yeah.
Wonderful. Awesome. And finally, Aditya, what key pieces of advice would you give to students? I mean, it can be for two categories of students. There must be a lot of people, like, I think this right now we're going through June. This is
Hmm.
similar to the time when you had joined VisionGate as well, which is why people who are starting out now might find you really relevant as
Yeah.
a point of contact for advice.
Yeah.
But also, if there are things that you would have done differently, if there are people who are interested in starting out earlier, what would you advise? So both of these.
Yeah. So starting with people who have joined just now, I would say that you have to really invest all the time you have into the preparation, and don't consider this as a side thing that you will be doing other with other things in your life, because that really messes with your schedule, and you don't get better in both the directions. I would say pick a direction that is either gate or whatever you want to do. If you're picking gate, then give 100% in gate, and go with a passionate attitude. Please don't go with a like, yeah, I have to do this because I have to do this. But go with a passionate perspective, and you will figure it out yourself only. The path you will clear for yourself. That is how I did it. I didn't like have. much knowledge of will I be able to make it, but I just know that I had to do it and I wanted to do it because I love to do it. So I would give that advice. Also, don't be discouraged with people who are already in this study routine for more months than you. It is fine. There are going to be many people better than you, and you can still surpass them in the little time you have. So believe in yourself. And for people who are starting early, it is actually good if you start early, because not everyone can handle the time pressure of joining late and performing their best. uh, the only thing with joining early is that you have to keep revising your concepts, otherwise you'll start forgetting them. For me, it was just a couple of months. I didn't forget many concepts because they were fresh in my mind. But yeah, starting early is really a benefit, I would say. And it gives you time to study in phases. That is learning the syllabus, exploring the theory, understanding the reference books, rather than doing everything at once. So I would suggest that it is a better kind of decision if you take it. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Aditya. I am so excited to see all the things that you're yet to achieve at IIT Bombay. Soon, let's hope to have another interview after you score either an internship or after you get placed. And then you can walk us
Definitely.
through your experience at IIT Bombay, your experience of preparing for the curriculum, the placements, and everything,
Yes.
and the research
Yes.
over there. And we'll all be really excited to hear from you again.
Definitely. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much. And thank you to the audience for tuning in. If you like the content of this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support means a lot to us. And please let us know in the comments below what is the kind of content that you'll be interested in watching, and we'd be happy to help. Thank you. Bye bye. Sanket sir, we can stop the recording. Last ka part kaat denge. I think we did it one shot, so it should be fine. I'll just call him.